Alright, so today I'm going to be driving to the art museum in a 1980s diesel Mercedes, my 1985 Mercedes-Benz W123 300D turbo diesel sedan to be precise. Let's go ahead and get in my car real quick if I possibly can, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get to driving to, well, the art museum. It's a bit more cloudy than not today. It's a bit more, honestly, surprisingly chilly than not today as well, which is, well, pretty surprising because it's actually been quite nice these days. In all honesty, it's been averaging like a solid 80 to 85 degrees, but it's a high of 65 today, so I don't think it's quite windows all the way down weather, but it is still windows open weather, so certainly no complaints on my behalf. Now, I'm sure some of y'all are probably wondering, why am I making this video today? Well, the reason is quite simple. It's because I want to go to the art museum and I want to make a video of me driving to the art museum. That's why I'm making this video today, and I'm looking forward to driving over to the art museum. I was just thinking about how I want to get over to the art museum though, and I am currently at a shopping center not too close by. I think the way I want to go is probably, if I can, go that way, and then I need to take a right onto another road, a left onto another road, and then a left onto another road. I think I know how to get to the art museum, if I remember correctly. Looking forward to driving to the art museum, and once I get there, I'm looking forward to showcasing some of the art they have outside as well, because they have some pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna go and turn my lights on just because it's a bit gray today. I will acknowledge it's a bit cloudy. And without further ado, let's get to driving. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I don't think I am. All good to go. I think I can go out this way. This shopping center has been doing some construction as of late, but I think I can go out this way. Oh, maybe I can't actually. We will figure it out. We will figure it out. No, wait, I can't go out this way anymore, can I? I don't think I can. Oh no. Oh! Okay, so I can go out that way, but I can't take a left. How do I want to get out of here? I think I'm going to take a slightly different route. Because honestly, I never go this way out of this shopping center. I never go this way out of this shopping center. So I'm going to take a slightly different route. I'm just going to take a right here instead. And we are going to take a right up here. And this light does take a minute, so we're going to be sitting at this light for a moment. But ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no biggie. Could just pop the curb and then just wheel through there. But I don't think I want to do that because then I'd be breaking laws live on video. Somebody dumped their, desk on the side of the road over there. Somebody dumped their, desk over there or something like that kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure why, but they did. That's pretty odd. I've been on the lookout for some cool cars today. There's what is that? That's like a newer than not Toyota Land Cruiser, but not the newest generation. That's like the one right before it, I think. Behind us, that's pretty cool. I don't see those very often in my local area, I'll acknowledge. It's mostly older Land Cruisers, like mid-2000s to like 2015 Land Cruisers, I'd have to say. But I saw one really interesting car today. I saw a Mazda MX-6, which I have only ever seen one of a handful of times in my entire life. I've only ever seen them a handful of times in my entire life. So it was really cool to see a Mazda MX-6. From what I heard, when they were new, they didn't really sell all that well. And then, now that they're older, well, they're just even more rare than they were when they were new. I think they're really interesting looking cars, though, and I think it's the same platform the Ford Probe was based on? No, I don't think that's right. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about the Mazda MX-6, I'll acknowledge. Ooh, do I want to go on the highway? Oh no, that was a Tundra. That was not a new Land Cruiser. Those big grills, they got me confused. But, what was I saying? Is it the MX-6 that's built on, the same platform as the Ford Probe, or is it... I don't know. I don't know a lot about the Ford Probe or the Mazda MX-6, I'll acknowledge. Very much take what I'm saying about this topic with a grain of salt, because I have no clue what I'm talking about. But either way, fact of the matter is that I saw a really, honestly, very mint MX-6 for the first time in probably about 2 years today. I hadn't seen an MX-6 for probably about 2 years before today. And it was a really nice sort of like teal blue, absolutely completely stock, at least visually. And it was in great condition. It was really, really, really cool to see, just because you don't see a lot of MX-6s, and the ones I have seen in the past, while they haven't been in bad condition per se, they certainly haven't been in like super clean showroom condition, whereas this one, at least from a distance, really looked like it was in that sort of condition. It was really cool to see. MX-6, I mean, like, I gotta admit, it's a really nice looking car. And I don't know why, but for some reason, the back of it, I don't know, maybe it was just from a distance, I haven't really looked at the back of MX-6s all that much, kind of remind me of an S15. A really good looking car in my personal opinion. I think the MX-6 looks great. I think we're gonna go on the highway, honestly, because the highway is gonna be a little bit of a shortcut. It's gonna slow down for the turn right here. And now, floor it. I wasn't even flooring it. I was going down a hill, so I was like, we're okay. You know, seeing a Ford Ranger with an orange plate, nice. Permanent North Carolina plate, very cool. Of course, you all know me. I'm always going the speed limit. I would never go over the speed limit, so I'm going the speed limit today as well. I could technically take the highway all the way to the art museum, but that would kind of take some of the fun of driving to the art museum out. So I'm honestly going to take the next exit, and I'm going to take the long way, because honestly that just sounds more fun to me, I'll acknowledge. And it is starting to rain just a little bit. So glad I already have my lights on, because it's state law in my local area that when it's raining and you have your windshield wipers on, you got to have your lights on. So planned ahead. Somebody's got a not so stealth camper driving by. And just taking this exit. We were just on the highway just for one exit. I wouldn't have even gotten on the highway in all honesty, because I could have taken a completely different route to get into basically the same place I wanted to go anyway. However, turning out of that shopping center has turned into a mess. It used to be a lot easier, but they switched around everything, and I don't even know how to get out of there anymore, because I never drive over there anymore because there's so much construction going on. I got no idea how to get over there, I'll acknowledge. Or how to get out of there? I know how to get over there. Ooh! Toyota Echo. Nice. Red Toyota Echo. I'm not gonna lie, I think Toyota Echoes are pretty cool. Like, they're so fugly. But, I don't know, I have over the years become kind of a sucker for, like, early 2000s ultra fugly cars. I don't know. I kind of like econo boxes that are really fugly. Like, personally, like, my favorite is, like, boxy cars, like the B123s. But, like, fugly cars are, like, very solid as well. I'm just gonna get over whenever I can. I think this dude wants to pass me, and I'm gonna let him because I'm slow. We ball. But I do need to get over. There's the Echo. Yeah! Yeah, boy! I need to get over again. Oh my god, is that what I think it is? Oh my god, it's a red Toyota Tercel with unpainted bumpers. Oh, and we're not going to be able to catch up to it. It's a yellow light. Oh man, super clean red Toyota Tercel with unpainted bumpers. I love to see it. Oh my god. I love Toyota Tercels as well. Maybe I'm just a really big fan of old Econo boxes. I do love old Econo boxes, and I love old luxury. Get more jaws rolled up. I love old Econo boxes, and I love old luxury cars. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for them, I'll acknowledge. I'm a sucker for old Econo boxes and luxury cars. Seeing a WRX. Fiat 500. Excuse me. Anything else super interesting? Ford frickin' Ranger over there. Classic red. A new gen Tacoma on Steelies. That's pretty interesting. That one's passing by. Wow. I'll acknowledge the new gen Tacoma is not a car I was expecting to see on Steelies. I figured it was probably going to be alloys only these days, but maybe not. And that one had, of course, they're not making single cabs for Tacomas anymore, from what I know. But that one had the not dual cab, but the extended cab, which is pretty cool because that's a pretty rare spec. Like Steelies with the extended cab, pretty much base model. I figure for the new Tacomas, this is a pretty rare spec. That's pretty cool to see. I do like Tacomas, I'll acknowledge, but they're just way too expensive. Ooh, Mitsubishi Mirage. See, now that's an affordable car. I don't know how reliable it really is, and it certainly ain't fast, it's slow as hell. But it's an actual affordable car when it comes to new cars, which still aren't very affordable these days in my personal opinion. What other cars driving by? Not seeing too much interesting. The new Honda Civic generation, I really like it. The new Honda Accords look amazing as well. Ooh, green light, nice. Let's get it, let's get it. Give it the ball, give it the balls, give it the gas. Give it the beams, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say give it the beams. That's it. Give it the balls. Yes, sir. Give it the balls. Starting to sprinkle a little bit more, but it's not really raining, it's just sprinkling. I would totally put on my windshield wipers, but if I do that, it's just going to smear everything everywhere. So I would actually, honestly, much rather not use my windshield wipers, because otherwise it's just going to smudge, in all honesty. Oh, a new Kia, what is that, K4? I think it says in the back. I've got no idea a lot of new Kia sedans. I've got no idea what they all are, but that dude's zooming. It's going like 60. Sheesh. Looks very unique though, I'll acknowledge. Not bad, just unique. The rear lights are very interesting. They look like they'd fit more on a like a CUV or an SUV rather than a sedan, but it's an interesting look, I'll acknowledge. Alright, maybe I will use my... Oh, I knew it. It just smeared everything everywhere. No biggie. I need to get in the habit of cleaning my windshield washers, or not washers, wipers, with like a damp rag or something like that every once in a while. I just like never do that. And so they're just pretty bad at like cleaning my, cleaning glass on my car until they get like really wet, I'll acknowledge. perfectly fine. Of course. And light is green. Can I make it? I guess I can. Wow, I really wasn't expecting that. Definitely didn't go through a yellow there. I was actually not expecting to make that light. That was green for a really long time. Dang. That is very surprising, I will acknowledge. We're almost to the art museum, though. Do I have my umbrella in my car? I don't. Dang it. It is what it is. I didn't think to bring my umbrella because it was cloudy when I left the house. It wasn't raining inside. I honestly didn't think it was going to rain today. Should have brought my umbrella, though. My bad. I want to show y'all some of the art. If it's raining too hard, we're going to figure something out. If it's raining too hard, maybe I'll wait until it stops raining to show you all the art. But if it's not... Ooh, a red plate! Nice! You don't see those very often. That's the first time in, like, probably the last day I've seen a red plate. I know where a couple red plates park, so I see them every once in a while. But that's a red plate I've never seen before, so that's pretty cool to see. But, what was I about to say? It is starting to sprinkle a little bit. I don't think it's sprinkling enough for me to not want to run my windshield wipers for a minute. For me to not want to show you guys the art. If it starts pouring, we're going to have to wait a minute, but I think we're all good. Nice red plate, though. Nice. And we're just going to want to make a left up here, and we will be at the art museum. Now, I'm sure some of y'all are probably wondering, what is the art museum that Jacob Jones' money is going to? Well, it's the North Carolina Museum of Art, also known as genuinely one of the best art museums I have ever been to. I have been to this museum previously. I have been to multiple Smithsonian art museums, and still, I gotta admit, my favorite art museum of all time is this one. Am I biased because I'm from North Carolina? Yes, I am biased. However, I still think the North Carolina Museum of Art is genuinely one of the best art museums out there. I have been to some other cities, some other states' art museums, and I'm like, man, this stuff is trash compared to the North Carolina Museum of Art. North Carolina Museum of Art is amazing. They got some great stuff, and some of my favorite paintings of all time, I will acknowledge. And one of the things I really like about this museum as well is just the pure amount of outside art there is too. Because there's not just art inside, they have a whole like walkable area where you can walk and go see outside art, which is really cool in my personal opinion. I'm going to go ahead and find a parking spot, and I think I'm going to get out and walk around just for a minute or two. And showcase some of the art here, because like I'm driving to the art museum, I might as well showcase some of the art too. And I think that's a bathroom over there, which is great because after this video, I think I'm going to need to use the bathroom. Now, in all honesty, I haven't actually been here in probably the last year or so. I really should visit more because this art museum, it's great. I love this art museum so much. I've just been here so many times that I've kind of seen everything there is to see. I'll acknowledge, but I definitely need to visit more, without a doubt. But it doesn't seem to be raining terribly hard, just sprinkling a little bit. Let's go ahead and get out of the car, lock it up. Make sure I turn off my lights. I forgot to do that, but thankfully when I crack my door open, it reminds me. But yeah, just sprinkling. Not too bad by any means. Thankfully it ain't pouring. Hopefully it doesn't start pouring because my car leaks, I will acknowledge. But go and lock my car up just real quick. And smelling the flowers from over there. Make sure my car's locked. All good to go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Man, it's beautiful though. It's beautiful. There's one piece of art over there. It's like a red thing made out of like steel beams and stuff like that kind of thing. Very modern art-esque. Not my favorite art here, I'll acknowledge, but I still think it looks pretty nice. No complaints on my behalf. And you know, I gotta admit, I think this is probably my favorite piece of art at the art museum. This, 1985 Mercedes-Benz W123 300D Turbo Diesel sedan. Gotta be my favorite art at the art museum. I'm not gonna lie. They put a Range Rover in the Louvre. Why not put a W123 in the North Carolina Museum of Art? Why not, right? Mine as well. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's my opinion, at least. But it says that thing's actually a welcome center, and there's a smokestack back there as well. I can't remember exactly why there is a smokestack, but I think it's something along the lines of there used to be some sort of before they made this parking lot, there was a brick building for decades, and I think there was I can't remember exactly what it was. For some reason, I've got it in my mind that it was some sort of prison or something like that kind of thing, but I don't know if it actually was. But there's some sort of brick building here for decades, and they had that smokestack, and they decided to leave it when they tore down the building to make this parking lot. The building was disused. It was not an interesting historic building or anything like that kind of thing, so not stressing about it being torn down. There are some buildings that have been torn down in recent years around here. I'm like, man, that blows. Why'd they tear that down? But that building, I'm like, I don't care. The space was better used as a parking lot, which is something you don't catch me saying too much. But, yeah, very nice. Beautiful out here, I will acknowledge. Even though it's sprinkling just a little bit, it's still gorgeous. No complaints on my behalf. You know what I could use, though? You know what this area would be amazing for? Man, having a beer. That's what this area would be amazing for. Having a beer here, chilling, vibing. Now, that'd be a good time. And there's one piece of art I really want to show y'all that I'm going to walk down to. I'm going to take a look at the map real quick. Not that I need it. I know this place well enough. But take a look at the map just in case y'all want to see. Boom. Also, North Carolina Museum of Art, if you guys want to sponsor a video, feel free to do that. I would take a sponsorship from them in a heartbeat. Without a doubt. But we can see some really nice walking paths outside and stuff like that. And even though the museum itself is closed right now because it is currently 7:16, I will acknowledge. So even though the art museum itself is closed right now, the paths are still open, and I think they're open until sunset, which is pretty nice. But down there, that's the art I wanted to show. There's another a steel beam thing over there. There's some what looks like clay or stone statues over there, or something like that. Those are new. I actually haven't seen those before. Those look pretty cool. But the classic for me, and here's the old building for the art museum. There's a new building behind the trees as well. These things over here, this thing right here, that spells out a letter. I think it spells out, does it spell out NCMA? North Carolina Museum of Art? Maybe. I can't remember what it spells out. It spells out something, which is pretty cool. But there's a bunch of letters and stuff like that just on the ground so you can see it from satellite view, which is pretty interesting. Excuse me. And here's somebody's ass on the ground. Actually, that's the statue. I'll show you all in a minute. But yeah. It's somebody's ass. This is collapse. Concrete and steel. This one's been here since the year 2000. It's been here for basically the entire time I've been coming to this art museum, I will acknowledge, but yeah, it's somebody's ass. Pretty cool sculpture. I actually really like this sculpture. I think it's pretty sick. What I really wanted to show y'all is these rings down here. This is what I really wanted to show y'all. I think these rings are super sick in all honesty, and they make for a great photo spot, I'll acknowledge. Wow, that breeze though. I'm getting a breeze hitting me. I don't know if y'all can hear it through the camera because I don't really have a windsock on a microphone or anything like that kind of thing. I just use the inbuilt microphone on the camera. But that breeze is kind of cold, I'm not gonna lie. Sprinkling, not so much though. Sprinkling's pretty much gone away, but man, it's beautiful. Art museum is great. That's the path we're coming down. Man, these rings, pretty epic in my personal opinion. I was thinking about grabbing a candle to have out here, but I'm not a big fan of having candles out here. You gotta be wary of security when you're doing that. And there was security up there. I walked around them, but glad I didn't grab a candle for me to have. Also, trying to keep this video monetized, I will acknowledge. But here it is. Here's the rings. I think they're super cool. Like, what is this, a Stargate reference? Pretty epic in my opinion. But yeah, they look very cool. Gotta admit, one of my favorite pieces of outdoor art here. It's simple, but it gets the job done, and it looks really good while doing it, in my personal opinion. And while I don't think it would look nearly as interesting as it does if it was made out of like steel or rebar or something like that kind of thing, but since it's a stone with like, what is this, wood in it, and like just a lot of rocks everywhere where it's so rough it literally just looks like it came out of the ground, I think that makes it so much more interesting. And it is the piece of art I wanted to show y'all. And well, I'm gonna go and walk back to the car now. I don't want to get stuck out here if it starts pouring or anything like that kind of thing, I'll acknowledge, but very cool art. No complaints on my behalf. I still feel like it's a Stargate reference. I'm not gonna lie. I am gonna have to find a spot here or something like that where I can have a beer. Day drinking at the art museum. Man, that's fire. I need to do that, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty damn fire. I'm surprised I haven't done that yet, honestly. I don't know how I haven't. We ball, though. Maybe we could see the smokestack over there in the distance, another piece of art over there as well. It's just a really nice walking area. And the good thing is about this walking area, you can actually walk all the way from here over to a grocery store over there, and you walk literally over the highway across a pretty nice bridge, passenger bridge, or not passenger bridge, pedestrian bridge. I'm a little bit out of breath. My endurance is not what it used to be. American Spirit Blacks will do that. Nah, I'm okay. It's mainly just because I've never been really good at like talking while walking. That's always kind of knocked me out. But just walking, like if I was just walking and not talking at the same time, I'd be fine. But walking and talking, that's why I'm getting so wiped out. But no, this place is pretty great because you can walk all the way from here to the grocery store to get food and then all the way back. So if you like come here without water, you can just walk and get water and then come back and just keep hanging out. Or you can get water in there, but their water is very expensive. It's the art museum after all. Nobody expects the art museum to have cheap water, and they don't. Unless you want it from the water fountain, and then it's free. My breath is getting knocked out of me so much though. But man, even with it being cloudy, even with it being gray, it's still a beautiful day. I am glad I decided to walk at the art museum, showcase the art museum just a little bit, and I am glad that I decided to drive to the art museum today. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. What can I say? What can I say? It's a beautiful day. Ooh. Haha. Breast. Haha. Mr. Breast. As you guys can tell, I'm a very mature person. There's another piece of art. Look over there. I know you guys can't really see the up-close details just because of the, is it aperture, or is it the focal length, or is it the, I don't know, the camera details for like camera, like specification stuff, I'll acknowledge. I think it's the, oh, what is it? Aperture? Lens? Y'all just can't see it because of how wide angle the lens is. Let me just put it that way. Can't see it very well. And I don't think I can zoom with the screen. No, I can't. I cannot zoom with this screen, I will acknowledge. Nice little path through there. Got some trash cans. No ashtrays on the trash cans though, but still 3 out of 4. In my opinion, got water fountain, you know, can't beat that. Then we're gonna go and walk over to the car now. And, I think I'm gonna have to come back here sometime in the future and, make another video here. I think I may have to do that. I'm gonna have to find a nice spot to crack a beer, drink a beer, and walk around. Maybe not walk around while drinking a beer, because security probably won't like that, but I'll just find a nice spot, drink a beer, throw it in a backpack, and then walk around. Still a pretty big baller move in my personal opinion. I think I might have to do that high key. Not doing that today because I've got no beer with me. I wasn't actually planning on doing that. I didn't have this idea until now. But man, I really want to do that now. It's going to be a fun time once I do that. Man, they got some nice chairs too. Man, this would be a good spot to drink a beer. Except for the fact that I don't think security would appreciate it. Gotta find a more hidden spot. Security here. Bit heavy. Don't ask me how I know. We ball. But it has been a great time driving to the art museum in my 1980s diesel Mercedes, which is also a piece of art in my personal opinion. It's been a great time. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video today. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my website, and everything like that, all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, y'all. Till the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Hope y'all enjoyed watching. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?